You shouldn't be just adopting AI because everyone else is. You have to ask the tough questions to make sure that AI is right for your business. So, with that being said, I put together the top five first questions that you should be asking yourself to make sure that AI is right for you. So, the first main question that you need to be asking yourself is what specific business challenges can AI address for us? You want to make sure that when you're adopting AI, it's aligned with your business goals. This isn't just oh, everyone else is adopting AI, so I should be adopting AI. This is okay, we have these specific challenges that AI could help us address. That makes sense as to why we should be adopting AI. So, that being said, there are some sub questions that kind of go under this that you can touch on. First one being, where could AI make an immediate impact? Thinking, okay, if there's a quick win that we can find, maybe it's helping just draft emails or something super simple. Where's that immediate quick win that still aligns with our business goals and makes sense? You always want to make sure that everything makes sense to do. Next, does the use of AI align with our current business goals? That's what I just touched on. You want to make sure that it's all aligned. You don't want to have AI goals and then business goals. No, your business goals and AI goals should be aligned. And in what areas would it not make sense to use AI? This is another big question because people will look at their company and they're going to go, oh, well, we can use it for this, 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 and this, without ever thinking, okay, well, where would it not make sense to use it? Where does the human input need to be? Where does it just simply not fit with your goals and not fit with how you've been currently doing things to have AI take over? And then lastly, you should be looking into, is there a tool that's already out there or do you need a custom solution? Now, likely there is a tool out there that's going to be able to solve your problem. But if that's not the case, you might need a custom solution. And that comes into your budget. How much money can you allocate for implementing AI? So the next one we have here is, do you have the resources, time, budget, expertise for AI adoption? Now, this question is loaded. There's a lot that comes to it, but it boils down to, okay, do we have enough time to train our employees to adopt the new tool? Do we have enough money to train our employees and pay for all, like if you're going to like enterprise it, pay for all of the subscriptions that you're going to need? And then expertise. Do you want to be bringing somebody in, or would you rather do some in-house training, which is much harder to do? So, for example, some of the other questions you could be asking is what's the software going to cost? If you're going to go for everyone just using a chat GPT, it's completely free, or you can do the $20 a month plan, or you can do the enterprise plan, keep everything safer. So then that begs the question of, do you need training? Is that something where if you're going to be implementing AI, do we need training? The answer is likely yes. So you need to build that into your budget. Next, do you have enough time to implement? Now, time, especially in small businesses and medium businesses, is of the essence. You are consistently busy. You're wearing a bunch of different hats. Everyone has multiple things that they need to focus on. So time might not be something that you have. And take some time away from something else. You don't need a lot to learn AI. Maybe it's just a week and get your teammates together, have one training session maybe during that week with an expert, and just get everybody caught up to speed to get everybody to a certain point where, okay, from here we can get some support and then grow from here. With that being said, the next one is, well, we need ongoing support. Now, when I say grow from here, if you're going to be implementing AI, it's not like I said it and forget it. You need to be making sure that you're keeping in mind, okay, what is, after we have our initial training, is there anything else that we need to make sure that we're covering? Is there going to be changes? Yes, there's going to be changes to how these AI tools work. So we will need the support from an AI expert or a consultant that's going to keep us in check and making sure that we're using these tools properly. And then last, is there anyone out there on our team with some experience? So likely there is somebody on your team that's already using AI. It could be, whatever you want to call them, the AI champion, the AI ambassador. There's a bunch of different roles that they could take on. Uh, One of the cool things that you can do is, if you have somebody that has been using AI and you have another subgroup that's just not using AI at all, you can have that individual be like kind of like their go-to resource. Having those resources within your company allows the people to be able to ask questions, learn, and grow without having to always have a consultant, an AI consultant, or an AI expert on hand at all times. Next big question is, how is AI going to affect our current workflows and team dynamics? Now, this is probably the biggest one because a lot of people are scared of how AI is going to impact their workflows. they really want the training. I think it's around like 75% of employees want AI training because they want to feel like they know what they're doing and they want to make sure that their job's not being replaced. But with that all being said, so you need to answer some of these tougher questions. What will your workflow look like with using AI? Are there any types of roles that are going to be altered or changed with the use of AI? And then how are we going to make sure that everyone feels like heard and supported? You cannot, I cannot stress this enough. When you're adopting a new technology like this, you have to be making sure that everybody's voice feels heard and that every single little thing that could upset somebody or could like get somebody anxiety up or anything like that needs to be addressed. And then lastly, what are the big changes that need to happen? Do you need to overhaul your workflows in general when you're adopting AI? I mean, that's not what I would recommend. If you're going to be adopting AI, it should be as seamless and as easy as possible. It should be slow and steady changes over time to your workflow, not just a sudden boom, here's AI, you need to know how to do it now and change how you've been doing this for 20 years. That's not the way to go about it. But what are the biggest changes that need to happen? You need to be making sure you're thinking about that. And the next question is, what are the potential risks, like data privacy, regulations, etc.? Now, another huge one here, when it comes to implementing AI, you need to make sure that you have some sort of policies in place in terms of how you're using data. So there are big questions that you can ask is, are we using the right tools or choosing the right tools? You need to look into how these AI companies go about using your data or using data in general, and maybe they don't have the best regulations in place. So that might be a reason why you shouldn't choose that company. Another big one, like I said, is do you have the data safety practices in place? And will you include data safety in your AI training? Now, this is something that I wholeheartedly recommend unless they've already gotten training on this. When it comes to using AI tools, there is another facet of it where you need to understand how to use these tools properly because you can learn how to prompt and all that fun stuff, but then it's taking it that step further and learning, okay, when I'm using these tools and I have like a data set here, what do I need to anonymize? What do I need to change to make sure that this tool isn't training on our client sensitive information? And lastly is how will we measure the return on investment? So a lot of companies will not adopt AI because they said we don't see the ROI. The ROI doesn't make sense. So that's one of the biggest questions you need to be asking yourself. What does success look like for adoption? What are the metrics in place that we want to put in place? Maybe it's time saved, hours saved, amount of money saved, anything like that. Where hours saved is the big one, but anything that you can put into place to make sure that you're tracking what AI success looks like. And then, you can also ask yourself the question is, where are we at now compared to where we would like to be, where we want to be? So let's say, for example, right now you are a sales company and you are booking 10 meetings a week. You're booking 10 meetings a week, and you know that with AI, you're going to ramp it up. And then hopefully aim to get 25 meetings a week. Now, that would be the goal that you're looking to reach. It's a business goal aligned with everything else. And you're comparing to where you are currently to where you think AI is going to take you. And that's the last question here is how big of an impact do you think AI is going to make? Now, right off the bat, it likely won't make a huge impact. It's going to make a big impact, but it's not going to be huge. It's going to be over time, the impact is going to grow, and it's kind of going to be like a snowball effect. You're going to see the benefits, you're going to keep implementing, you're going to keep growing with it, and it's going to keep snowballing into the point where you're like, oh my goodness, we were going from 10 to 25, but now we've been booking 50 calls a week. We need to hire new people. With that being said, if you are looking to adopt AI into your workflows and into your processes and you're having trouble answering some of these questions, simply reach out to me. I am totally fine with setting up a call, 15, 20-minute call, just to answer any of your questions to make sure that you're going about this the right way and that you're actually getting the results you're looking for. So yeah, have a great rest of your day.